What's up, YouTube? Just replacing my aftermarket deck with a new aftermarket deck in my BMW e30. Never done anything like this before, so I thought I'd take a crack at it, and now I just want to show you guys what I've been doing. So basically, up to this point, I've got the old aftermarket deck out. I'm going to show you how I did that, and then after that, I'm going to show you where I'm going to go from here on out. So basically, first thing you want to do is disconnect the battery from the car. You never want really any kind of electricity in the car when you're or live electricity from the battery when you're working on anything like this. And then first thing you're going to want to do, your deck is obviously at the time going to be in your deck. Here is going to be up in this location right here. You want to take off the faceplate that kind of just goes around the deck like that. You take that off, then you've got your faceplate on there like this. For me, my eject button's down here. You pop that off. Then you've got the deck in this area, like I said. My new deck came with these keys right here. You're supposed to take them and slip them on the side like this. They are directional, so make sure you read on the side which way it's supposed to face outside. So you slip them in, pull out after it catches, and the old deck just pulls right out. Then you disconnect these wires in the back. The only thing you got to disconnect is this and this. This is plugged in the bottom left corner. Maybe it's the right corner. Either way, you unplug it really easy. And then this one here, there's a button on here you pull out, or you push down before you pull it out. And if you can't get the deck out with the keys, so let's say you don't have the keys or whatever, you can take some kitchen knives, something thin and metal, and shove it in here to try and release these tabs at the very back, which is what locks in the deck. So I was going to start pulling this out after I had gotten the deck out, but then I realized I can actually use that with my new deck, which is right here, which also came with a new metal bracket like that to go in. So basically these metal brackets, they just come with all these like metal flaps that you puncture in and push down to catch on the inside of the deck holding area. So it would have been kind of a pain in the ass to undo all these tabs to pull it out and then just to put in a new one for me to have to do the same thing. So like I said, I'm just going to reuse this. But yeah, just to give you a little look in there, you can see how it works. And so the new deck came with this wiring harness. I believe that's what it's called, not 100% sure, but I was a little bit worried. I wasn't sure if I'd have to kind of figure out on my own how everything connects up here, but luckily, because of the color codes, all these colors match pretty much with this exact same harness. I was worried like this deck is really old, wasn't sure if it would still be the same or whatever, but either way, whoever installed this before kind of figured out all the wiring for me. So all I've really got to do is match up all the colors with these colors. So for instance, I just undid the connection at the green, solid green. I noticed that there's two greens, two purples, pretty much two of every color except for the black, yellow, and red. You can see there's only one of those, but all the other colors, there's two of them. But if you look close, one of them is like a solid color. One, like for instance, this white one here, it's solid, but then this other white one over here has a black line down it. So you can see over here, there are two green ones, for example. One's black lined, and then the other one is not. And the black line one connects to the wire up here with the black. This looks brown, but it's actually a black, or at least that's the negative. So if the solid color is, or sorry, the solid basically means you connect it to the positive, or the one with the red stripe, and the one with the black stripe you match with the black or brown stripe. So so that's gonna be really easy. There's a bunch of other stuff on here that I don't need to hook up, like steering wheel remote input, blah 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 blah, etc etc. I don't have any of that stuff, so it's really gonna be easy to do. Instead of using electrical tape to tape it up, I'm gonna use these heat shrink tubes. Supposed to be really easy to use. Basically, you just put them over the connection, you heat it up, and then it shrinks the tubing to give you a nice secure seal. And after I hook up all that, basically I just take the new deck, plug this stuff in, obviously, slip the new deck in, make sure it fits well, make sure it catches on this bracket here, And that's pretty much it. Then I can reconnect the battery and then try putting a CD in there and see if it works. If it doesn't, I may need to come back in here and check around and see if I messed something up with the wiring. But that's really it. The tools you're going to need, obviously, if you don't have the keys that come with the new deck to get the old deck out, you're going to want some knives or something thin and metal. You're going to want some cutters like this so you can peel the extra tubing off of the metal here on the wires that you're going to hook up. And you're going to want a new deck. This deck cost me like 70 bucks Canadian, really cheap at Canadian Tire. Got the heat shrinks at Canadian Tire too. You can probably buy that at pretty much any automotive or electric store or whatever. But yeah, that's really it. I'm gonna maybe do another video if something else pops up on my way to finish this, if I feel like I should add something, but hopefully everything goes as planned. And yeah, that's it. How to swap a aftermarket deck for another aftermarket deck in a BMW e30.